Let's be real, your CPU is only as good as the cooler keeping it alive. In 2025, high-performance chips like Intel's 14700K or AMD's Ryzen 9 9900X run hot, and stock coolers just don't cut it anymore. Whether you're building a budget gaming rig or a high-end editing beast, your choice of CPU cooler seriously matters. I've tested the latest air and liquid options across AMD and Intel platforms. And today, I'm breaking down my top 5 CPU coolers that actually impressed me. Let's get into it. Kicking things off with a cooler that totally over-delivers for the price. The Arctic Freezer 36. This is a dual-fan tower air cooler with Arctic's updated P12 PWM PST fans, and in testing, it handled a Core i7-14700K without breaking a sweat while staying quiet. It supports both AMD's AM5 and Intel's latest LGA 1851 socket out of the box. And if you're building on Intel, Arctic even includes a contact frame to help prevent CPU bending, an issue that still crops up on Intel's 13th and 14th gen chips. Installation is painless, the cooling is excellent for the price, and the noise levels stay under 30 dBA, even under load. Great choice for mid-range gaming CPUs like Ryzen 7 7700 or Core i5-14600K. Not ideal for heavy overclocking or extreme workloads. Honestly, if you're upgrading from a stock cooler, this should be your first stop. This one's been a surprise favorite of mine this year. The MasterLiquid Core A2 comes in 240mm and 360mm configurations and performs surprisingly well for a budget AIO. In my testing, the 360mm version kept an Intel Core i7-14700K well under 80 degrees in stress tests, while remaining decently quiet. The G9R pump does the job without annoying high-pitched whine, and the Infinity Mirror pump cap actually looks great. There's no software. You control lighting via motherboard RGB headers, and I love that. No extra apps bloating your system. It even comes pre-assembled with fans already attached to the radiator, making install super easy. Perfect AIO for users who want liquid cooling looks and performance under $100. Fans use sleeve bearings, so not the quietest at max speed. For a budget AIO, this is one of the most complete packages I've used in a while. Now, if you're going for both aesthetics and performance, this one's for you. The Kraken Elite RGB is NZXT's flagship AIO, and it's got one major trick up its sleeve, a 2.72-inch IPS display on the pump head. And I mean a real screen, 640x640 resolution, 60 Hz full-color display. You can show temps, custom GIFs, system stats, or a meme if you're that kind of builder. But it's not just about the looks. Cooling performance is strong, on par with other high-end 360mm coolers, and it's incredibly quiet thanks to NZXT's F-Series fans and a well-damped pump. You also get clean cable routing, with wires tucked inside the tubing and breaking out only at the radiator for easy management. Ideal for glass panel builds where you want your cooler to be part of the show. Expensive, and not the strongest performer in raw cooling for the money. It's not the best bang for buck, but if you want a premium experience with visuals to match, it delivers. The NHD15G2 is Noctua doing what Noctua does best, pushing air cooling as far as it can go. It's a dual-tower design, comes with two NF-A14X25RG2 140mm fans, and it just works. Efficiently, silently, and reliably. In my testing, it went toe-to-toe with mid-size AIOs like the Liquid Freezer 3 240 and stayed under 75 degrees on a Core i7-14700K during a 10-minute Cinebench R23 run without making a sound. You've got multiple variants. Standard for most users, HBC for bent Intel chips, 13th, 14th gen, LBC for Ryzen 7000, 9000 series, or lapped CPUs. The cooler is massive though. You'll need a case with 160mm plus CPU clearance, and RAM compatibility could be tight depending on your DIMM height. Top-tier thermal performance without liquid risk. Huge, heavy, not SFF friendly. If you've got the space and want air cooling that rivals AIOs, this is it. This is the cooler I recommend the most right now, the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 A-RGB. It's available in 240, 280, 360, and 420mm sizes, and performs incredibly well across the board. What sets it apart? Smart engineering. Fans come pre-installed. Radiator includes high static pressure. Arctic P-Series fans. The pump block includes a VRM fan for additional motherboard cooling, supports AM5, AM4, and Intel LGA 1851-1700. No software required. RGB is controlled via your motherboard. The 280mm version in particular is a sweet spot. Two 140mm P14 fans, low noise, and enough thermal headroom for a Ryzen 9 9900X or a Core i9 14900K. The only real downside? That radiator is extra thick, 38mm compared to the usual 27, so not every case can handle it. Elite performance at a reasonable price, under $100 in most markets, tight fit in compact cases. Check your clearance before buying. If you want a cooler that checks all the boxes, performance, acoustics, build quality, price, the Liquid Freezer 3 is hard to beat in 2025. So there you have it, 5 CPU coolers that actually deliver in 2025. Whether you're going air or liquid, flashy or stealthy, cheap or premium, there's something here worth building around. Let me know, are you Team Air or Team Liquid this year? Planning a silent rig? Going full RGB overload? Drop your pick in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're building. And hey, if this helped you out, hit that like button. Maybe subscribe for more hardware deep dives. Until next time, keep your cool.